Hey guys, what's going on? This is Benny Childs, and you've tuned into the Bible Truth Revolution podcast. And it's real funny that this is confirmation for me, because today I was thinking about contemplating if I wanted to do a Bible Truth video today, and if I did do one, what would it be on? And what came to me was the concept that Christianity is the white man's religion. And the confirmation came when I saw a thumbnail of Roland Martin, who recently did a piece on Christianity and the white man's religion. So I want to go ahead and talk about that, and just kind of get my my point across and my reach out there. So we do oftentimes hear that Christianity is the white man's religion, and African Americans or blacks who profess to be Christian oftentimes are ridiculed for that, because they say that Christianity is the white man's religion. Here's the thing about Christianity. All right, here's one point you want to think about. Within any religion, you're gonna have good people and bad people, if you will. You're gonna have those individuals who wholeheartedly are devoted to that religion. Then you're gonna also have those individuals who they like the sound, they like the thought of being a part of the religion, but as far as doing what is required in the religion or following the requirements of the religion, they don't do that. In other words, you're gonna have committed individuals and you're gonna have hypocrites, and that's just the truth of the matter. During the 1600s, when Africans were snatched and stolen from their home country and continent, you had white professing Christians doing the stealing and the kidnapping and the raping and the murdering and the torturing and the enslavement. All right, and as far as I'm concerned, these individuals were not true Christians, because in the Christian religion, the basis of it is to be Christ-like, right? Or to be like the Christ, to be like the Messiah, Jesus, Jesus, whatever you want to call him. Today we're not gonna get into the whole, Jay not being a part of the whatever. It doesn't matter. You know who we're talking about. And so you have these individuals who are hypocrites within the religion, right? They don't uphold or I should say this, they did not uphold the righteous standards of Christianity. All right, and yes, they used the Bible to further enslave Africans, right? The whole mentality, you guys know the tactics that were used. We weren't allowed to read, all right? We weren't allowed to write. They told us what they wanted us to know, which is much of what's going on now. You have preachers even now today cherry picking the word of God and only telling you what it is that they want you to know, that's going to help benefit them, all right? And so even in that thought, that's an enslavement mentality. That's an enslaving mentality. During the slavery time, and even now, you have these individuals. Back then it was the white man, the white race, and now you have preachers who are not dedicated to actually fully exegeting the text, right? And so they only tell you what it is that they want you to know. They only tell you what's gonna make you reliant on them, right? They're not gonna give you the full account of doctrine, the full text of the account. They're not gonna do that, and that's what they did. And so Christianity is not the white man's religion, right? Christianity it originated from the Middle East and in North Africa. This is where Jesus is from. When you go all the way back to Abraham, this is where Abraham is from. And then even if you do your study on the Garden of Eden and different artifacts and different different evidences of where the Garden of Eden was at. I mean, you can even see where, you know, some scholars say that they believe that the actual Garden of Eden was in Africa. Some people say in Turkey. Definitely wasn't here in America. But Christianity, it is not the white man's religion, right? You can follow studies on how Africans were possibly the core of the Hebrew people. You can follow biblical studies. You can follow it back from the time of Noah and his sons. So, you know, again, Christianity, it is not the white man's religion. And then oftentimes you get individuals to say that, you know, it's not an African, you know, religion because, you know, you can look at the writings on some caves, and because the story of or the history of Christianity, it matches the history of other religions. That doesn't mean that Christianity was the religion that was copying these other religions, right? It very well could have been that these other religions were copying Christianity. And I know that the writings on the walls in the caves, and the other writings, certain religious books were compiled before the Bible. But you have to remember that just society, if you just look at the society, the very beginnings of society, it was a very narrative society, right? Stories and things were passed down